Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be learning about converting decimals to percents. I've done converting videos before, such as converting decimals to fractions and fractions to percents. So make sure you go watch those so you get a better understanding before you go ahead and watch this video. But without further ado, let's head on straight into this video. Just as a quick refresher, let's go ahead and examine this decimal. So this means there is one whole and there is 1/10 of a whole. We know because there is a 1 before the decimal and 1 after the decimal. Therefore, we can conclude that there is one whole and 1/10 of a whole. If we have 1.01, we have one whole and also 1/100th of a whole. I explained this more in detail in my other videos, so make sure you go watch those as well. So here's the very important thing to know with percents. If we have a percent more or equal to 100, then we have one whole in the decimal. This means we would have a 1 or 2 or 3 or however many holes there are before the decimal point. So let's say 1.1 for example, there's one whole. And how would we convert this to a percent? It's very simple. You just multiply by 100%, or you move the decimal place 2 times to the right and add a percent sign. So 1.1 is 110%. So as you can see, in this case, we have more than 100 in the percent form, but we also have that in the decimal. So hopefully that makes sense. And if we were to do 0.36, it's the same exact thing. We can multiply by 100%, or we can move the decimal place 2 times to the right. So this lesson's a bit easier, so I've also added converting the percents to the decimal. And make sure you always add a percent sign if you move the decimal place. It's important that you remember to add those. But how would we turn a percent into a decimal? Essentially, all we'll do is reverse what we just did. Now, this can be either moving the decimal point instead of to the right, to the left, or you divide by 100 because the opposite of multiplication is division. And if you move the decimal, so as you can see, it's the same exact thing, you'll get 4.5. And if we multiply that by 100% in order to get the percentage form, we'll get 450. So we know 4.5 is the decimal point form of 450%. So essentially, you just need to either move the decimal place or multiply by 100%. Now, how about 87%? We're going to convert that to a decimal, and we're going to convert 3.72 into a percent. So we would go ahead and multiply or divide by 100. And we'd move the decimal place 2 times to the left, so we get 0.87. And 3.72, we move the decimal place 2 times to the right, so we'll get 372%. Now you all are going to do 6 practice problems all by yourselves. So you're going to convert the decimals to percents, and you're going to convert the percents that I give into fraction or into decimals. You'll have 1 minute. Did you do it? Let's check if you got the correct answers. So 7.1 we can multiply by 100% and we'll get 710%. For the next one, we have 3.82. Move the decimal place 2 times to the right, we'll get 382%. And then we do the same for 0.35 to get 35%. And if we divide both, on the other side, if we divide by 100, we'll get 0.73. Move the decimal place, same thing. For the second one, we have 5.01. For the last one, we have 0.25. Congrats, you made it to the end of this video. Whether it's you needed help with this concept, you wanted some extra practice, or you just wanted to review, I hope you learned something or got some extra practice in. It'd mean the world to me if you subscribed and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a brand new video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. It just tells me if I need to change anything. And if you have any suggestions for any of my videos, go ahead and comment on my discussion page. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!